Hey, Tyler Barnes here. My YouTube channel is Mindcraft, all uppercase, craft with a K. Mind is in mind.
And I'm Justin Phil. It's capital J and all lowercase letters. So yeah, how's it going, everyone? Hope you're all staying safe. And what's up, Tyler? It's been a while since we've seen each other and spoke. And
Yeah.
This podcast has been hectic, right, bro?
Yeah, there's been a lot going on that we haven't been able to cover, so some stuff might be a little bit out of date. Well, I wouldn't say out of date, still current.
But it's important anyways,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't matter how it's still important to us. I mean, a lot of people are current.
Yeah. Like the siege at the White House.
Yeah, that's pretty recent. But that's never gonna get old. That's sad that one girl got shot,
Yeah.
killed.
One guy.
America's I'm sorry.
One guy fell off some like portable stairs. He was trying to grab a picture off the wall. He fell off the stairs and died.
That's really ridiculous. I never even knew that.
Yeah.
How did you go up there? You know, I never do that. If I can't support myself, I don't find it. That's scary.
Well, like people were looting the White House. Like, what is there to steal? Like, I saw
I
some guy
wouldn't do it anyway.
a podium.
They should loot the Vatican,
That's where the gold's at.
right? If I was ever gonna do something that would get you jail time, I'd loot the Vatican. You use your head. Why would the White House is just the White House? And even if there was stuff there, I mean, they want to change the election. I don't think that no matter who's in power, anything serious will change because there's a shadow government that runs it. People want to always argue with me about it, but I swear there is. I swear that it's just rich people that own us.
Yeah, rich people, corporations and stuff.
Yeah, the government can only do so much.
Right.
I like when Trump was in power, but I wouldn't say that he's the best guy for the job. There's better people like Reagan. He goes off. Remember?
Well, I mean, like, let's say you change the tax laws in a state where Elon Musk has a bunch of factories, right? You change the tax laws, Elon's just going to go to a different state. So you have to cater to the rich people. So the government has to cater to the 1%. So there is a shadowed government. There is a government that isn't elected happening. Otherwise, there would be no rich people in America because they wouldn't want to live there. And it would be a third world country. So,
Well,
but
people tell me the reptile run it too, and that queen is a reptile. I'm like, probably. I don't know though.
I don't know.
Like, you know. No, but I'm not saying that it's crazy. It's just out there.
I've seen
I
some
never
shit.
thought that it was real or fake. I'm very neutral on these things because you don't know. There's so much unexplored in this universe and other universes, and even our oceans are very explored. And the whole world has had many species for however long it's been here. Billions of years, I don't know the exact number, but they said, like, people have said that to me, that they're shapeshifters, and I'm like, well, hey man, I'm not gonna say yeah or no. People will think I'm nuts, but I'm not gonna deny that I do think that it's possible that there's other beings that are among us.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like, the universe is huge. There's got to be life, and why wouldn't? And like, I'm sure they've been in contact with us. If you look at our history, there are tons of accounts, like these white people, the Chachepoua in Peru, these white blonde-haired people that just like appeared in Peru, probably like maybe they were dropped off by a spaceship or something, or an airplane.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Thousands of years ago. And like they cover it up. They say that there were no Europeans, there were no white-skinned people in the Americas.
Government does it. Of course there was.
Of course there
Spanish
was.
people look white. Look at Spanish people in
No, but
parts of Spain.
before that.
Yeah. Well, I know what you're saying. For sure there was.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Hitler. He said all this stuff, and then he had crazy technology, and he said all this stuff about everything, and wanted to make the white race supreme, which I don't see how our race is any better than a black race of any kind. Of black African people are native, right? Aboriginals or whatever they are. Chinese, there's Asian, there's Oriental, right? So Chinese, whatever, and East Indian, and there's different types of people in Fiji, and like what makes my race better than theirs? I don't really see anything that's better about us. Everyone is different in their own ways. I would wonder that stuff bothers me when people think that. Like, I've had people that are white tell me that this is the most beautiful race, and I'm like, are you that stupid and ignorant and like blind? and closed-minded to think that my race, like our race, is better than that race. I don't even care. I don't even think about that stuff really. I never thought that from somebody else. It wouldn't matter how much achieved in life, how good looking you are, or what you've done, like at all, like what you have. I mean, and to make me think that I'm better than that person. I don't even think like that.
I just like the history I'm aware of is the white race is really war hungry and really like deals with genocide a lot, and it doesn't really make them beautiful. It kind of makes them ugly, you know?
Yeah, like I like Swedish girls, right? So they're hot, but I mean, have you looked at what the Scandinavians and all these other, like the Irish fought? I don't know. They all fought all these races with each other and conquered, came to Canada, conquered stuff. And it's pretty ridiculous if you ask me.
Yeah.
It used to be okay, but if we tried to do that today, or some other race tried to do that, you just go to jail if you make it there. Just right. It's good that things are the way they are now, because when people used to conquer other countries, it was terrible.
Yeah.
At least we're a free country now. We can actually live amongst each other, not so bunkers. Live like wild animals. We are a wild animal. I wouldn't say it as much as like a tiger, but a human being has tendencies to be as nasty as a tiger. I hate seeing people like that, especially when it's unnecessary and it's just because we do it for personal gain. When you watch the old Sammy the Bull Urbano videos, you know that Italian mob guy, he was talking about stuff. I don't want people to fight like each other like that, and just think if everyone just worked together, I think our planet could be a lot better off.
Yeah, for sure.
And people could have better lives as well.
For sure.
You don't want to lose that though. People should still be able to fight, defend themselves, but when? That's the question, right? When should we fight? Not as much as they should, right? I mean, like the white race you're talking about, I definitely think they were there too. I did actually hear something of that before I remembered when I was a kid. My aunt was telling me that there were these things that grew and people that were white ethnicity, right? Yeah. Or whatever, and the government was saying they weren't there. The government wants to hide it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why. I mean, even the Polynesians were here before the Vikings, and the Vikings were here before the conquistadors. But the Polynesians, that like in was it the Toltecs had a multicultural society, which means they had white, black, Aboriginal, and this is South America, and then you have New Zealand that had white Maori warriors and black Maori warriors, or Polynesian. They
look like me, and sometimes their skin is that white.
Yeah.
Their face is a little bit thicker, and they're more heavy jaws. Their jaws are heavier and thicker bone structure, and their head more heavy set. But they were white. They literally looked like white guys. Mm-hmm. Right?
But I don't know why they'd want to like cover that up. So the wife was walking her husband like a dog in Quebec?
Yeah, they did that just to basically bypass the curfew. And they got two crazy fines. One was for like $1,400, and was for like around that same amount. I don't know the exact number.
It was two $1,500 ones, so it was $3,000.
I didn't think it's just funny they did that. I wouldn't let someone talk. Dominatrix stuff.
I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to do. If they were trying to get around the curfew, that's just stupid. Just stay at home.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, not the way to get around it. I'd went out and said I couldn't. Not because I was out of quarantine, but they didn't actually make me stay inside here, but recommended it. BC, I guess. I forget what they said. I went out lots, but I didn't. When people were around, I avoided people. Now it's different. If I really wanted to go for a walk, they don't care much. They would talk to me and ask me if I saw it. I'm with rental in my apartment, my house. I went for a walk, going back home now. But you don't have to be an asshole because no one wants to talk to you and they just will arrest you, right?
Yeah.
They give you a fine, which they probably would have actually given me a fine if I was able to go back walking around after the curfew. So, I don't know, but it's all how you. It depends on the person, right? So let's say I'm nice to the cops. They might still arrest me, but depending on the cop, they might not. They might go home. But the way those people went about it was a bit ridiculous. Walking her husband on a leash. Would you want to act that way? That's just the cops just think you're a clown.
Yeah. They must be rich. They must have just done it as like a joke, maybe to get like noticed or something. That's ridiculous.
I wouldn't want to be noticed for that.
Because you're gonna get fined. Yep. It's like just because dog walkers are um, essential workers, doesn't mean you can walk a human around. That doesn't work.
They said that though. That's why they did it, and I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
Do you?
Not really.
I don't check it out.
I mean, why push it? I don't know.
Because what people do, they do silly things.
So a bobcat was spotted in North Van, eh?
Yeah, I want it.
Yeah, I want a bobcat.
We should go get them. We just have to put some meat out in the cage and watch it.
Yeah, cage a bobcat. They're feral. They'll ruin everything in your house and piss on everything.
For sure they will. I still want it though.
Yeah.
You could catch them. They'll play with you. They're like a house cat. They're way crazier than a house cat though.
Yeah.
They're saying. But they are like all cats are playful. Even a tiger or a lion is like a kitten if it's calm.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't want to be anywhere near those though, because if they get upset, like a pit bull, you don't know what that dog's thinking. They might never do anything to you.
Mm-hmm.
But if it does, you're gonna get hurt or killed.
So
And I want one though. I want a lynx.
yeah, lynx.
Yeah, my mom saw one when she was a kid. They came right to the house in Burnaby. He used to live over just by me. I forget the street. It was at the door, and then she petted it because she was 8 years old, and it just laid in front of the door. And she opened the door, and it was there one morning after it snowed. And the thing was friendly.
Crazy.
Yeah, cool, eh?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know what's not so cool?
What?
A woman getting lit on fire while she's sleeping.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Where was that?
I was in forget.
But she was just sleeping, like homeless outside.
It was here in North America. I should know the facts. I forgot, and I thought I would remember. But they just the way they did that person, like I see homeless people and I bought them pieces of pizza when I was downtown partying. Lots of times. Sometimes they were so thankful, other times they wouldn't eat it. I would do it like whatever. I don't really care, but I just about them not eating pizza. But they just, it's just the person's laying there. I was
Yeah, you're supposed to take care of the homeless.
Yeah, I was driving at work yesterday with Jim. And I tried to get him to pull over and give him one of the blankets out of the truck to this homeless guy who was laying there. Sure, down I was like upset about it. I was like, let's just give him a blanket, a blanket, and ignore it kind of, which is fine because I'm sure he just wants to get to sight, but we were early anyways, and really early. And then he said, well, it's fine. He didn't really say much, but I was like, that's terrible. If I had a blanket, I had just threw one out and should have put it in my bag for a special occasion, made Jim stop. Just put it on the person because it was a guy laying there, no blanket on.
That's harsh.
Yeah, man, I would have put it on top of him and said, hey, good morning, and gave him some gift certificates and meal vouchers for this place I got. Because it's, man, I almost want to go down there and see if I can find a person. I'm sure they knew by now. Who knows where they walked to or where they are.
They say you can judge a culture by the way they take care of the homeless and the elderly.
We don't do either of those very well.
Yeah, I mean, we do have some programs or what have you for the homeless. But
Those are very good.
the elderly get charged so much for for living in those houses or those homes.
Yeah, I don't want to live there ever, and I don't want to even get old and live that long because I've seen what they get cockroaches in those places and bed bugs. One nurse broke my grandpa's hip. I think swear she did it on purpose. She didn't like take care of him. This nurse, his TV fell on him, but I swear she pushed it on him. I know that sounds like paranoid or something, but I'm not. They weren't very nice to him. My aunt a long time ago, she had her jewelry stolen by one of the nurses, and my friend had her jewelry stolen out of the house by a home care worker. Immigrant lady stole it, and there was no one else that was in the place, so you can't prove she did it. I'm not saying that immigrants are bad or anything. I am an immigrant basically, even though I was born here, my family was. I'm just saying this lady, I've had many stories, long story short, it's just people coming here and stealing when they're like home care workers, nurses, just stealing. Not all nurses are bad, some of them were great, but those ones weren't.
Yeah.
Just pretty good. How can you treat someone like that? I don't want to steal. I actually have stolen things in the past and felt bad after it. Well, it wasn't from someone's place, it was from stores when I was youth.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's not mine to take. You know that things get stolen, people get ripped off all the time by the government or whatever, but it doesn't make it okay for me to steal from the floor, even if it's covered by insurance, which I don't think it always is.
Yeah.
It's only certain amounts are. But yeah. Sad, eh?
Yeah, it is sad.
Cockroaches in the nursing home.
Yeah.
I went to my friend's place in BC Housing. And he has no home care workers. Campbell cut back the home care workers services. And he had cockroaches everywhere, so I had to clean his whole place for him. He has a flushing disease that ate away his hip, so he can't even walk.
Yikes.
So it's not like I'm gonna get it. When he first told me when I met him, I was paranoid, so I ran away from him. He said, "Fine, just let me explain to you. You won't get it unless they cut me open and it's in the air. It'll become airborne." I'm like, "Well, don't cut yourself then."
It's airborne?
Yeah, well, if it gets cut.
Wow.
If it's surgical, it's not cut or not. If it cuts its wrist or something or hand back, cooking, it's different.
Yeah.
I still don't want to risk it. He was just telling me because I was so scared. I don't want to get that.
Yeah, no doubt.
And he's like, "You're fine. Don't worry. As long as I don't have open open surgery, and then you're standing there without a face mask on and glasses, you're not going to get it." I'm like, "Good." Right? So most likely we won't get it anyways. I'm not risking it. He cut himself. Like, he's never asked, so but I'm just saying, right? People worry too much, and I would worry about that anyway. But the guy just got ripped off because the home care worker cut back. He can't get him because he can still bathe himself. But when he walks, he has such bad pain that he falls over because it hit like a twig that broke. The joint is so fried. Because he was a kid. It ruined his hockey career, it ruined his music career. In a lot of ways, it made his life a lot harder. He's been in a lot of pain ever since. He has to take that pain meds for all kinds of stuff. And that's terrible that Gordon Campbell did that to this country, and even this province. Premier Stephen Harper or whatever that, wasn't he the Premier Harper?
He was Prime Minister.
Yeah, Prime Minister. And Gordon Campbell was the Premier of BC, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that. They're no good. None of those people are.
Yeah, they're no good. They should be cutting back these programs. They should be adding to.
They shouldn't cut back welfare and housing services. They did clean up a lot of BC housing, but BC housing has never been a 5-star hotel. Like where I live now is like living in a 5-star hotel compared to before in a lot of ways. Because there was always bed bugs, and they never treated them properly. And they would say they would, and then they wouldn't do all the stuff. Argue with me, and staff talked down to people. There was a manager of Friends BC housing building. He was saying that the people that live there are so stupid. And I'm like, why would you even say that? Your job is to do your work, not talk shit about these people behind the back.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're let out because BC Housing took Riverview was closed down. And BC Housing had to do nothing but help these people. They had no choice but to take people in, which is unfortunate. Glad to have them as neighbors. I never met people in my life that were as crazy as them. They would tell me people were coming to events to get them and calling the cops on me because they heard a noise. The cops would come like, "Yeah, it was back to me because the bed bugs down." The cops wouldn't leave until I gave my ID. I refused to. So they wouldn't leave. And I was like, "Well, whatever, I'm here." And they asked me all these questions. I'm like, "Leave, please." Like, you know what I mean? It's just a never-ending crazy story that all these people have to suffer living like that, and they don't get the treatment they need either. A lot of those people wouldn't take their beds. Yeah, all because of the cutbacks of the government. They cut back medical services. There is medication they can get, but they used to give you free health care. Your teeth would get fixed if you were disabled. Like anything you needed, any cosmetic surgery for your teeth, it would cover that, like skin graft or a gum transplant or medications were better too. Like everything, doctors here were a lot nicer.
No, they don't?
Nope, they don't cover your teeth.
Huh.
They don't my teeth fixed. They had to get like gum transplants. You can see, I showed you, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially smoking though, wearing braces, eat bags of peanuts, and you're not supposed to eat those. You have braces, skin bubbled up. Proceeded. I don't really care, it doesn't hurt much. Sometimes it does, but not so much anymore. When it first happened, it stung like someone cut with a bee stick, but like a really strong bee stick. That's fine, it's not even a big deal. it's annoying for people to deal with. I don't deal with it. And eventually they hate it.
Well, hey, we should wrap it up, eh?
Yeah, like I was saying, the government here needs to change. They need to be like they used to be in the 70s, 80s, and help people instead of, it's for the people now. It's just by the rich people. For the rich people.
That's pretty brutal.
They want to get rid of the middle class here, I think, too.
Get rid of the what?
Get rid of the middle class here.
Yeah. It's pretty harsh.
Yeah. We should wrap it up.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Right.
Thanks for tuning in.
Don't walk your husband on a leash.
Yeah. Yeah. Have some respect. Love you guys.
Okay, peace out.
Bye.